It looks like the aftermath of an earthquake, but this was a man-made disaster. Today, the scale of the human cost of this catastrophe became clear as survivors recalled the horrors of yesterday morning. Former professional goalkeeper Davide Capello was driving across the bridge when it began to collapse. Somehow he escaped with only minor injuries, despite plunging 50 metres in his car.
I
heard an incredible sound and I saw everything falling down and the cars falling like leaves. I've gone down with the car and I fear the worst for an incredibly long 4 or 5 seconds. But the car, I got stuck somewhere, I checked myself and I realized I was in one piece.
Many others were not so fortunate. Roberto Robbiano, his wife Ercilia and their young son Samuele were killed, their car full of beach toys for a holiday. Andrea Cerulli was an amateur footballer and father of a young son. He died on his way to work. Alberto Fanfani, a doctor, and his fiancée Marta Danisi were due to get married next year. Rescue teams have been working around the clock and have pulled about 12 people alive from the rubble. But this volunteer tells me hopes of finding more survivors is fading. We know there are others, he says. The dogs are smelling them, but there's a huge amount of debris. We don't know whether to break the concrete or lift it. The enormity and horror of what happened here is really apparent when you stand underneath this bridge and take in not just its height, but the sheer expanse of the section which has now just completely disappeared. And for drivers yesterday, the difference between life and death in some cases was a matter of seconds. Silvia Vieira returned to work today. She'd watched as the car in front of her was hit by falling concrete.
A panic. 2 people was screaming and the man in the car in front of us was under shock. Many people who lived here lose their life. Children. Why children? Why not me?
She blames Italy's politicians for not spending enough money to look after the bridge. But the government has shifted the blame to Autostrada, the contractor responsible for maintaining it. Today, Italy's Prime Minister held the company responsible and announced it will be stripped of its contract in the name of public safety. But with the investigation and recriminations just beginning, Italians just want to know how a vital piece of infrastructure could simply crumble, taking so many lives with it. Ben Chapman, News at 10, Genoa.